for Foundations with all DLCs installed. We are on board our our piece of cutting-edge terran technology, the Katana, named the Spring Blossom. And yes, the pun was very much intended. In the last episode, we not only freed our benefactor, Bozotar, the Boron, but also placed him in his comfy little fish tank on board our station, our headquarter, and we have now opened up the research tree for us. Ah, wonderful. So many opportunities to spend resources that we don't have. Yeah, in fact, let me just show it to you here. Any research costs a certain amount of resources.
Terran technology was being used to
There it is again. Terran technology. Superior technology. Anyway, it costs resources. Resources we don't have at the moment, and we don't have the money to allow our headquarters to basically buy those resources. So we need to well, do a few missions beforehand and maybe set up a economy first. Speaking of economy, our miners have made a steady profit over the past few hours, and yeah, we are not only helping the local economy here, but also gaining a tidy little profit at the same time. Now I've managed to scout a few more areas around the already discovered sectors here. For example, Morningstar 3 and a very important mining sector, Morningstar 4. This is one I want to uncover as quickly as possible. Let me just get our rapier here and that's the wrong commando. Yeah, I haven't played X4 Foundations in quite a while actually. I didn't have that much time to do so. Which is unfortunate, but there's nothing I can do about it. Alright then, explore these sectors. Yes, there we go. Oh, by the way, here is our Osprey Vanguard, the free ship we got in the last episode while we were freeing our Boron friend from his split captors. Yes. Now, the Osprey... where is it? Where is it? Redesign, there it is. This is a ship of Teladi design. You can see that the Teladi are a race which does not care. They do not care about aesthetics that much. And so this chunky brick of armor is a frigate type ship equipped with multiple gun turrets. It has actually quite good gun coverage, to be honest, and I'm going to use this as a patrol craft first and foremost. Oh, by the way, you may notice that we are now sporting much more paint jobs than before. We only had access to the Utopia paint job, which will be the main paint job of our company. And this is because the login to the Egosoft online account has once again been re-enabled, and these are the paint shops I acquired during the short time when ventures were available in X4. Yeah, there we go. And here is my favorite paint job, especially on Terran ships, Captain Pearl. Yeah, it's basically all white. Yeah, anyway. What are we going to do today? Now we still have a mission. A mission to help Hatikvah. Going on the offensive. Sabotage, scale plate, pharmaceutical goods factory. Set this one to active. And tell the autopilot... I said... Tell the autopilot. Okay. Oh, autopilot there we go.
Engaged.
There we go. Yes, please do the flying for me while I'll explain a bit. We'll head somewhere in Nopileo's Fortune. There's another sector here. So, here are the plans for today. Finish the mission with Hatikvah and then look for more opportunities to make a tidy profit. And maybe explore a few more sectors. But I won't do this personally. I'll leave the exploring and uncovering of sectors to scout ships.
Nopileo's Fortune.
Hello. Volo Mineral. What am I going to do with you? Are these... Oh yeah, I have purchased those, haven't I? Yeah. It looks like I don't even know what I did last episode. Yeah, I purchased more mining vessels and might want to set them up here to see what we can harvest. And of course we are supporting the local economy. A mineral miner and another mineral miner. Okay, no gas miners as of yet. Alright then, let me just take a look at a suitable spot for mining. How's the trade looking here? Yeah, they're all looking for high hydrogen, so basically a gas miner is required here. Anyway, with the Terran economy, it is usually alright to simply place a miner somewhere and let him do his business. You go there, and where's the other one? Ah, there it is. I'm going to support our distant cousins, the Argon, for a bit. Yeah, the Argon are related to the Terrans in a kind of unique way. I don't know if I've explained this yet, but you are going to mine in Argon Prime. There are a few factories which hopefully...
The freighter should be here shortly. You'll need to attach the mines to the freight transfer ports. Let's just hope that you're not seen.
Autopilot. Disengage.
I will explain the relations of the Argon and the Terran later. For now, we have to continue our mission. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I have 2 spacesuit bombs loaded in my bomb launcher. Now, let's not draw any attention now. This is a very delicate mission. Okay, I'm in position here. This is the loading dock which freight drones are going to exit and enter when a large ship is docked. And launch. No, wait. Ah, there we go. Launched a bomb. Launched another bomb.
You better get out of there. We'll handle the detonation.
Yeah. No shit. I'm
Docking granted.
getting out of the way of these bombs' explosion radius. So, as I said, I want to explain the relation between the Terran and the Argon, but this will actually take some time and requires me to go back a bit. Go way back. So, I'm sure you have until now noticed all these jump gates around here. Well, how did it come to this? How did these gates actually came into existence? Nobody knows, to be honest. Well, yeah, I know, but I'm not going to spoil it just yet. Let's begin in the year 2022. Hang on. Sounds familiar. Yeah, when a Terran Japanese student actually discovered a way to traverse great distances without having to expend an infinite amount of energy for faster than light travel. Yeah, he basically discovered the concept of the tunnel jump, or, well, wormhole. And he also put it into practical application. However, it would actually take some time before these connections between two wormholes were actually stable. On Earth, they were, well, trying to figure out, for example, how to send objects through it without these objects either getting melted or completely distorted. You know, something you have to do before you apply this technology for space travel. However, this discovery actually caused something of a golden age of science, if you want to call it. Japan became the foremost center of technology and science, and soon it became also the... oh, hang on. Oh, you're docking. Yeah. Soon, Japanese became also the second most spoken language in the world, which is one of the reasons why the Argon and the Terran actually speak Japanese. Well, a modern form of Japanese with some English influences. Anyway, after that interesting and groundbreaking discovery, the Terrans had quite an interesting idea. You see, this technology could be used to travel to distant star systems and colonize them. But how, do you ask? Well, this is where Terran ingenuity comes in play. The Terrans constructed a gateway which would create a wormhole and stabilize it. And they constructed then a second gateway which was mounted on a starship. So, while this starship was traveling to the nearest star, Proxima Centauri, these two gateways were linked with one another, and through these gateways, supplies and crew could be continuously sent to the starship while it was doing its rather lengthy journey to Alpha Centauri. Proxima Centauri. There it is. Yeah, quite ingenious, I must say. You basically had a ship which was a rather long way away from home, but the relative distance between home and the starship was very short, since, well, you just have to take a shuttle, a trip to the gate, which is attached to the ship, and there you are. Yeah, easy, right? Well, after a long, arduous journey, using sublight speed, the unthinkable happened. The gateway connection between the Sol system and this exploration ship actually ceased to function. Yeah, needless to say, Terran scientists were in a little bit of an uproar and frantically tried to re-establish the gate connection to this exploration starship. Because after all, the crew on this ship depended on constant supplies from Earth to actually keep running. And keep, keep flying and keep them alive, basically.
Now, let's sit back and watch.
Okay, I will sit back and watch. Since, they were traveling at sublight speeds.
Sending remote detonation signal.
With their lifeline being the jump gate. And let's pause the lore here for a bit. Where's the earth-shattering kaboom? Come on. You want to send a message to the Scale Plate Pact. There we go. Better late than never.
Get on the line. We need backup now.
Hehehe. Right then. this worked. Anyway, with
Now that the fun's over,
that,
let's get back to the task at hand. We're looking to gather intel on the scale plate higher-ups. These are the people we're going to have to negotiate with.
okay.
Now that we've shown our teeth, maybe they're more willing to listen. We're about to chase down a lead. You and the other ships will have to be on standby for any opportunity which arises. We're assigning you a sector to patrol. If something comes up, we'll let you know.
Okay, nice. A quiet little patrol. Hatikvah's choice 1. Autopilot. Engage. Yeah, so basically the gate connection between Sol and the exploration ship was cut, while this ship was still on its course to Proxima Centauri. Now, after some time, the Sol gate reconnected. However, much to the Terran's surprise, the connection was not made to the exploration ship, rather to a unknown gate in a previously unknown star system. And to their even bigger surprise, this gate seems to have been constructed by an alien race. So, yeah, first of all, life in the universe confirmed, no, except for Terrans, that is. And yeah, the Terrans were quite puzzled at the existence of these gates, and soon they realized that energy signatures, which were formerly believed to be black holes, actually revealed themselves to be the singularities within inside jump gates. And then, from this point on, the Terrans would construct various exploration ships to basically map out the jump gate network, which they discovered. Because they did not discover only one gate in a sector, they discovered further gates, all leading to various star systems with planets, which were...
Entering Nobelia's fortune.
some of them were hostile to human life, some of them could be terraformed with little effort to allow for human colonization. And yeah, from this point on there was also no further development into faster-than-light travel. After all, why would you want to expend a huge amount of resources and generations of time to develop a method to traverse the void between the stars with faster-than-light speeds when a conveniently placed gate network has been laid out before you? Sure does sound convenient, does it? Well, the most famous exploration ship that mapped these gates was actually the Winter Blossom, as it was called. And why did the autopilot deactivate? After these events, the Terrans soon discovered that many of the planets that were found in these sectors would need extensive terraforming to be made habitable for human life and, well, basically before they could colonize them. So, the great plan of the Terrans were to construct a terraformer fleet, consisting of a main body, the CPU ship, which would control a fleet of smaller von Neumann probes, basically autonomous devices that had the ability to self-replicate and adapt to the current situation and task at hand.
Entering system.
And so,
vision.
There we go. And so the Terrans sent out various terraformer fleets, all with these von Neumann probes and their, well, basically controlling CPU ships. Their task was to traverse the newly found gate network and...
entering system. True sight.
There we go. Traverse the newly found gate network and basically terraform all the planets they could find and make them habitable for human lives. The resources for this terraforming process were actually locally sourced in the corresponding sector by the terraformer fleet. And these resources would also be used to construct new terraforming drones. Well, quite a successful endeavor.
System.
Up until this
Targeting
point,
prime.
human space travel and colonization was thriving like never before. So, and there is no way this could all come crashing down, now is there? Yeah.
Entering system. Hatikvah's choice.
Oh, I'm here. Oops. Let me just
Autopilot. Engaged.
activate the autopilot again. Well, there is just one problem with this terraformer initiative.
Earth autopilot disengaged. In the wake of the USCSS Winter Blossom's discovery of an entirely empty alien jump gate network, there were immediate and numerous calls for a colonization program. While rendering planets suitable for human habitation was possible, the community of planets. The terraformer tensions built. The arrival of USCX and Kyle Brennan. No one would have imagined that at the peak of xenon activity in the community of planets, in 742 NT, a ship from Earth would arrive in Seaswell, a star system controlled by the Telati Company, using a functioning jump drive. Though there was much ado about the Terran pilot and his extraordinary ship, Kyle William Brennan quickly proved his mettle by volunteering to aid in the second xenon conflict, using the Earth scientists create jump gates. In 2022 AD-184 NT, Ashizawa Kazuko made a startling discovery. It was indeed possible to travel faster than the speed of light with finite energy. Kazuko had successfully established the principle of the tunnel jump. Skepticism was rife.
Right then, let's patrol this sector and see what we can see. But yeah, after most of the planets had been terraformed, the decision was made to disband the terraformer fleets. They had served their purpose, and the program was getting a little bit too costly for some. Basically... Oh, hang on. So, the project was eventually deemed to be cancelled. However, the terraformer fleets were very strewn out through the known gate network, which, by the way, was not connected to the gate network of the other races. The Terrans were completely isolated in their own little gate network, yeah, network of gates constructed by the mysterious alien race they have never met before. So, the shutdown command and the subsequent updates were, should I say, hastily put together, and the meddling of a certain man named Dr. Martin Winters caused a critical flaw to be transmitted alongside the update. A software flaw which eventually enabled the terraformers to gain a sentience. Yeah. I'm sure this is a great idea. Giving a self-replicating, continuously self-improving swarm of machines sentience. No, it wasn't. The terraformers soon turned against their former human masters and began terraforming planets which had already been settled by human colonists.
Heading your direction.
Target Gamma 3 is approaching the gate.
Yep, I see it.
Understood. Sorry to put so much on you, but we're spread thin as it is. You'll need to follow and observe this ship. I'm sending you coordinates.
Well, I follow and
Empty
observe.
space.
It'll be exiting the gate shortly. Remember, don't get too close. We don't want to arouse suspicion just yet. If you lose the ship, we should be able to track it down, but we may miss something crucial.
Kestrel. Sentinel.
Damn it.
We found something out here.
You found something out there. Wait. Yeah, so basically the terraformers have now turned against their human creators, their terran creators, and were basically destroying colonies left, right and center. And interestingly enough, they were only eradicating the human population on the colonies. They weren't actually damaging any artificial structures erected there. Very curious indeed. However, soon Earth would be facing a massive terraformer fleet
Pick up the pace.
that traveled through the jump gate network, and yeah, eventually.
I am terribly sorry to disrupt your magnificent focus.
Why?
Hello there. An irksome ship has completed its travels right in this sector. Somehow, it is managing to distort the station's sensors, preventing me from witnessing a solar event in the Great Reef Nebula. I suggest you take care of this annoyance before it manages to disrupt even more observations.
Bozo, hello. I'm working here. Anyway, let's change the mission. Yeah, so basically humanity had to make their last stand at Earth. And thankfully, a small fleet of ships commanded by Nathan R. Gunn managed to lure the terraformers through the Sol System gate, you know, the one constructed by the Terrans. After this feat was accomplished, the Sol System gate was destroyed, basically cutting Earth off from the rest of the previously discovered gate network, and also cutting them off from any further terraformer incursions. However, up until this point, the Terrans had received a devastating blow, not only to their morale, but also to their, well, former colonies. They have lost contact with all of them. They had lost billions of lives to the terraformers, and their ambitions to once more explore the stars were shattered. They were shattered for good. Yeah. So, what happened to this heroic Nathan R. Gunn and his fleet that managed to lure the terraformer fleet through the gate network, through the Soul Gate. Well, I'm afraid you have to wait on this one, because I'm now chasing this Kestrel down, and I'll probably continue this little lore bit in the next episode. Sorry. Oh no, the episode isn't over just yet, but I'll need to look up something for the next episode. This is very important. But yeah. They are the Terrans. Once they discovered the gate network, they actually built AI that turned on them, and now they're cut off from the stars once again. Have you learned nothing from sci-fi movies?
Officer, good to see you again.
Hello, officer.
Save it. We'll be scanning your ship.
Seems that our quarry has had previous encounters with local law enforcement.
Oh.
Where are you heading, pilot?
I happen to be a production specialist. My client is awaiting my arrival.
Oh, production specialist.
But I seem to be out of stock.
Is that what we call it nowadays?
Scaleplate pilots certainly are bold.
The scans came up clean. You can continue.
Much appreciated, officer.
If our target is known to the police, I should be able to get access to her records.
Is that legal?
Best if you don't ask how.
I figured this would be the case. Right then.
You may need to pick up the pace.
Right. Activating travel drive. The fastest ship in the known universe is accelerating.
They've moved on to the next sector.
Yeah, I see. Thank you. Oh, damn it! I overshot! I hate this. Come on. Yeah, we will continue. Oi, in the next sector.
Entering system.
Uh-oh. Heads up.
That's close enough.
Hey,
Oh, are you police? Or perhaps Hatikvah scum?
hey.
Oh, they're calling us Hatikvah scum now. That's good info. Keep them talking.
Sorry, who are you?
Do not insult my intelligence. I know you have been following me. I am a proud member of the Scaleplate Pact. Do not interfere.
Always nice to see someone take pride in their work.
Right then. I mean, they are a joke, but not exactly a good one.
Our lieutenant has better things to do than entertain you. He will bend you all to his will.
Sure, he will.
That confirms that the lieutenant is a male Talati.
Huh. That is
Let's
rare.
regroup and go over what we know so far.
It is rare to meet male Teladi in space. Right then.
Docking granted.
Yes, I thought so. Look at this elegant ship, this elegant design. Well, there is a more elegant ship out there, and I do want to acquire it. However, until this happens, we need to first acquire a little bit more cash. Because we're short on credits, I'm afraid. Hello, it's me.
Good to have you back in one piece.
This certainly has been a busy day.
Day?
So, what have we learned?
Our new friend here is worth every credit you're paying her.
Yes.
Our target was involved in making drops of illicit goods.
Continue to praise me.
Our quarry is also known to the police, who may be a valuable source of information.
That's at least something to go on.
I'm rather content with the data we managed to gather.
What do you suggest we do now?
The time has come to approach Scale Plate. We'll have a few words, learn what they desire, and then leave.
And then what?
It'll be up to you to achieve your goal. I can only suggest how to do it.
I have a feeling this is going to cost me.
Hehe.
Everything will work out fine if you follow my instructions.
Listen to this man.
Let's go see the bad guys.
He seems to be very enthusiastic about causing mischief. I'm sure he's a very reputable fellow. Let's go see the bad guys. Oh, you heard the man.
Katana.
Do I have to negotiate with Scale Plate Pact? Because, you know, they are pirates after all. And I do not
Going to be the
negotiate.
Scale Plate Lieutenant. I've been building a profile on him for a while now. This
Okay.
guy demands respect and loves collecting fine items.
Ah,
I think we can butter him up by presenting a nice tribute. I have a list of things I think he'll show interest in. I'll be quick.
S.
uh,
We're almost ready to meet the Scale Plate Lieutenant.
do I have
So meet me on the
to...
station.
Alright then. There we are. Let's meet Mr. Clean and hear what he has to say. Where are you? Oh, back there.
You made it!
Yes, of course I
Good work.
made it.
Let's hope my intuition was on the money. We're almost ready to meet the Scale Plate Lieutenant.
Good.
Captain.
This is him. Be on your best behavior.
I'm always on my best behavior.
Well now, Argon. It is a good thing you have turned up. I am glad you haven't wasted my time. Hello, I'm Dal Busta. I'm very grateful that you agreed to meet with us. I am well aware of who you are and who you represent. Come, we shall speak alone. Very well then. Sorry, looks like it's a private party.
No worries. I'm enjoying the view of a concrete wall.
Captain Busta expected this to happen. He instructed that you should head back to Hatikvah and await communications. We'll be fine.
Right then. I guess that's it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Yeah, things with Hatikvah are definitely developing, and I hope you've enjoyed this little lore segment as well. Yeah, next time I'll cover the events of the fleet under Nathan R. Gunn and what happened to them on the other side of the Gate network. Until then, I am the Heizmeister, and I hope I see you next time in the X-Universe. Take care, and goodbye.